Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another night of MSJ Baseball. We are in game number 37, and the Mount enters tonight's game with a record of 14-22 against Miami-Hamilton. If you're ready now, here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Lions, they'll be the visitors on the scoreboard. Leading off, number 11 in right field, Zach McKenna. Batting second, number 27, the second baseman, Jake Lawson. Batting third, the left fielder, number 4, Josh Hagens. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 32, Tyrell Anderson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 25, Andrew Harrison. Batting sixth, number 40, the catcher, Tyler Herbers. Batting seventh, number 24, the first baseman, Max Klein. Batting eighth, number 5, the shortstop, Jake Sanders. And in center field, batting ninth, number 1, Anton Meir. And on the mound, number 21, left-hander, Ryan Caulfield. For Miami-Hamilton, leading off at shortstop, number 3, Steven Stigler. Batting second in left field, number 37, Joe Reckworth. Batting third, number 7, the center fielder, Dalton Miller. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 23, Jared Barr. Batting fifth, number 10, the second baseman, Jordan Edrington. Batting sixth, number 21, the third baseman, Ethan Lyman. Batting seventh, number 40, the first baseman, Chris Hoffman. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 11, Anthony Lawson. Batting ninth, number 22, the right fielder, Alex Deaton. And on the mound for Miami-Hamilton will be Middletown graduate Caleb Caudell, number 16. So Chuck Murray along with Patrick Murray will be doing the official scoring, and our producers, Andrew Weeks and Nate Hill, they'll be running the cameras and producing this. First pitch is a ball outside. From what I remember from Caudell in high school, he throws extremely hard, but control can be an issue, but that was 5 years ago, so we'll see how much that's changed. Swung on and missed a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cloudy, but I think we're no threat of rain, so we should be good in that scenario there. Ball 2 outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Lions coming off a Saturday split with Manchester, winning in dramatic fashion game 2 yesterday. On Saturday. That stays outside 3-1 on a walk-off single by the current hitter, Zach McKenna. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's right in there for strike 2. Calling balls and strikes tonight is Aaron Rashlow, and on the bases is Tim Easterling. Payoff pitch. That's lined to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. McKenna with a hard turnaround first. He puts the brakes on as the throw comes back in. So Zach McKenna continues to swing a hot bat with a leadoff single. That'll bring up number 27, Jake Lawson. Jake comes in hitting a .326 clip with 10 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and 19 runs batted in with a .468 on-base percentage. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. So we're going to apologize offhand right now. We could not find any stats for Miami-Hamilton, so if you're a Miami-Hamilton fan out there listening, I'm sorry, we just couldn't find anything. Really good lead at first base. Curveball just stays high. Boy, it dropped in there. I think it kind of fooled the umpire there, but stayed high. 1 ball, 1 strike. For the Lions, Coach Jason Miller at first and Coach Kyle Kittle at third. Caudell comes set. Good lead by McKenna. See if he goes here. Nope. That's a bounding ball towards short. They're going to make the throw to first, and makes the put out at first, but that'll move McKenna up to second base. So that goes 6-3 for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Josh Hagens. Josh on the year is hitting .297 with 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. Caudell likes to work fast. That swung on and hit the medium depth left field, and a routine play by the left fielder, Reckworth, for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up designated hitter Tyrell Anderson. Tyrell is hitting .278 with 3 home runs, 22 RBIs, and for the people that followed the Lions this year, 2 of those were grand slams, both in the same day. That was a pretty exciting day that day. That was a doubleheader sweep against the Lions. There's a curve that drops right in there for a strike. So the Lions have a runner on second with 2 outs here in the top of the first. That's bounded towards short. Up with it is Stigler, throws across the diamond to retire Anderson. So the Lions in the first get no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the first. Mount St. Joe nothing, Miami-Hamilton coming up. And we're back for the bottom of the first. It'll be Steven Stigler, Joe Reckworth, and Dalton Miller for Miami-Hamilton. On the mound, Ryan Caulfield. Ryan has been pitching outstanding baseball recently for the year. 31 innings, 22 hits, only 10 earned runs, 22 walks, 25 strikeouts. Opponent's batting average is only 200. This is his 13th appearance and second start. He started last week at Wilmington and threw well. In fact, he's working on a scoreless streak of 14 2/3 innings, told by my producer, Andrew Weeks. So we're ready to go. First pitch is fouled down the right field line by Stigler, and that'll go out of play. So no balls, 1 strike. Steven is a Coleraine High School graduate. Pitch, that's a line drive, base hit up the middle. So there's a leadoff single for Miami-Hamilton. That'll bring up Joe Reckworth. And again, I have to reiterate, we do not have any stats on Miami-Hamilton, so that's why we're not going to be giving you any. Reckworth, a right-handed batter, standing in there. Stigler with a pretty good lead at first. Caudell pitches, that ball's down and out for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On deck, Dalton Miller, Jared Barr to follow. Set, comes pitch, swung on and missed. Good changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. 1-1, fouled back to the screen, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Talking with Miami-Hamilton head coach Darrell Grissom before the game, and he had mentioned they have a game against Wilmington tomorrow, then they're going to be off for a few days, and they'll be heading to the World Series in Pennsylvania, 10-team World Series. They seem very excited about that towards the end of next week. Throw to first to check Stigler. He's back in time. Pitch, that's fouled back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. Line's pretty much straight away. Pretty good lead. Change piece, grounded into right field, a base hit. Stigler's going to, I thought maybe he'd try to go first or third, but he stopped. It's just kind of a little weak ground ball, but hitting the right spot. So Miami-Hamilton threatening here in the first inning with runners on first and second and nobody out. The Lions defensively, Tyler Herber's behind the plate, Andrew Harrison at third, Jake Sanders at short, Jake Lawson second, Max Klein at first. Max getting a start after not having played for a while. Left to right is Josh Higgins at left, Anton Meir in center, and Zach McKenna in right. And if you'll notice, for the people that pay attention to Lions baseball, Ryan Murray is not in the lineup tonight. He has an undisclosed injury, and we're hoping he can maybe play this weekend as we wrap up the season at Bluffton. First pitch is popped foul down the right field line. McKenna can't get to it. No balls, one strike. So for the people that have not been to Foundation Field before here in Hamilton, it's an all-turf infield but a grass outfield. So it does allow you to play almost all the time unless the outfield is just absolutely soaked. Pitch, fastball swung on and missed. No balls, two strikes. Infield pretty much straight up. I'm assuming they don't have much of a scouting report on Miami-Hamilton, would be my guess. They have not played him for a couple of years. And they do have a lot of new players. Stretch. The 0-2 changeup. That's going to be fouled off. So Dalton Miller hanging tough. No balls, two strikes. Dalton is a junior from Centerville. Maybe a teammate of Anton's there in high school. Anton being a freshman, Dalton a junior. And the pitch swung on and popped up. That should be an infield fly, and it's called. Harrison coming in and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So the first out of the inning's recorded, and that'll bring up Jared Bear, the designated hitter. Runners still remain on first and second. So now Caudell's one pitch away. Stretch. And strike at the knees. So Caulfield throwing the ball well right now. Stretch. That stays upstairs. Stigler out at second base is getting a pretty good lead. They better make sure they stop his feet because he could get a running jump and steal third. They're not paying too much attention to him, so I think he's trying to time it up. Fouled off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. This might be the time to maybe either step off or run a pickoff play here. He's getting, and Steven has pretty good speed. Caulfield, now he's got him going back. That was good. Pitch, strike 3 called on the inside corner. That's a really good pitch right there. Barr just could not pull the trigger. So second out of the innings recorded via a strikeout looking. That'll bring up Jordan Edrington, the second baseman. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Fakes the throw to second. Nobody there, but just didn't like the sign maybe and wanted to reset, which a lot of people have been doing with this rule that says you have to pitch within so many seconds. Stretch. Oh, change way outside. That'll be a wild pitch, and that'll move the runners up. So Miami-Hamilton now with 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs and 1 ball count on Edrington. Ethan Lyman on deck, and then Chris Hoffman would follow. Caulfield's going to go out of the windup. The wind, the pitch. Oh, at full. Herbert's got crossed up there. He was looking for the express, and he got the local. A little curveball. Hung up high, 2 balls, no strikes. Wind. Swung on and popped a mile high. Sanders goes back, and he's going to call and make the grab. So the Lions get out of a first inning jam here for Miami-Hamilton. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We've completed 1 full inning, no score. And we're back for the top of the second. Leading off for the Lions will be Andrew Harrison. First pitch, little chin music, up and in for ball one. It'll be Harrison, Herbers, and Klein facing Caudell here in the second. That's a bounding ball up the middle. Stigler makes a very nice play and throws him out. So 2 pitches and 1 out. That'll bring up Tyler Herbers. Herbers on the year is having a really nice year, hitting .329 with 5 doubles. This is kind of a bonus broadcast. When we finished up on Saturday, we kind of thought that would be it for the year, but fortunately enough, Andrew Weeks and Nate Hill were able to get this thing together. We could bring it on the road. It's a short road trip, and we're able to bring this to you. And there's a bounding ball right back to Caudell. He's going to flip underhanded to first for the second out. So we're really glad that we could do this last broadcast for you. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the games from Bluffton, but I'm sure they'll have them streamed. That doubleheader scheduled for Friday, but it's looking bad weather-wise. And check back on our web page, but it's probably going to be pushed to Sunday if I had to guess. First pitch is a ball in tight to Max Klein, ball one. Max on the year is hitting .295 with 4 doubles and a triple. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0, that's low and outside, ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes to Max. On deck, Jake Sanders, then hopefully Anton Mayer to follow. 3-0, there's a strike right in there. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1, that's upstairs, ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Max Klein. That'll bring up Jake Sanders. Jake has been getting a ton of playing time recently. Compared to the beginning of the year, he really wasn't playing hardly at all, and now he's getting his 7th start of the year in his 13th game. He's hitting .208, 5 for 24. Stretch, and that's looks like a pass ball. Got past the catcher, Anthony Lawson. So Klein will move up on the pass ball. So there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes to Jake. Caudell stretches, pitches, swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lights are on here at Foundation Field here in Hamilton. Curveball, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Little trivia, this field was the original home of the Florence Freedom, now called the Florence Yalls. They were waiting for their ballpark to be built in Florence. They played here. This is probably around 05, 04, 05, somewhere in that vicinity. Breaking ball, just tapped, foul behind the plate. So Sanders stays alive here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stretch, pitch, breaking ball, fouled off. So Sanders hanging tough. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. We're in the top of the second. No score. Caudell comes set. That ball is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good looking pitch. Looked like a little bit of a cutter that it ran a little bit outside. Good discipline by Sanders to take it, or maybe he just couldn't hit it and hoped the umpire would call it a ball, which it was outside. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. We're in the second inning. Pitch, that's down low, ball 3. So after getting 2 quick outs, a couple good at bats here by Klein. Now Jake Sanders has run this count full. Anton Mayer on deck. Payoff, bounce foul, hanging in there. So he's making him work hard. Payoff again, Fouled off. Didn't mean to. It was going to be ball 4, but tried to check his swing, but he's still alive. Full count. We're going to do the payoff one more time. Stretch. Here it comes. That's down low, ball 4. That's a great at bat there by Jake Sanders. Really good at bat. Now we got runners on first and second with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Anton Meir. Anton's been swinging the bat very, very well. He's up to 314 with 2 doubles, 12 runs batted in. 70 official at bats. Stretch. He shows bunt and he fouls it off in the box. So quick bunting here with 2 outs first and second. Trying to get a hit to load the bases. The third baseman Lyman was back. And with a hot hitting McKenna on deck, now the first baseman Hoffman is playing it, but the third baseman's back. So there's a breaking ball that's fouled off. So quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. So Anton's going to have to battle here to keep this at bat going. Peers in for the sign. 0-2. That's outside, ball 1. Max Klein getting a pretty good lead at second base, so he should be able to score on a base hit. Sanders with his lead off first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Caudell backs off. He doesn't like what he's getting. He wants a new sign. Now he's got what he wants. Stretch. 1-2. That's swung on and fouled down the right field line. So the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Lions have really battled. They've gotten 2 strikes on them and fouling pitches off and making it tough for Caudell. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'd like to see a big 2-out hit here. After first 2 went down really pretty easily, now he's really having to battle to get out of this inning. That's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes on a breaking ball. So again, our guys are battling here. And he's having to throw a lot of pitches after it looked like it was going to be a pretty quick inning. Stretch. 2-2. That ball's down and away. Full count. So again, he's run the count full. Runners will be off on the pitch. We always say make sure that he goes home. Don't anybody get picked off. Payoff, there they go. That's down low, ball 4. So the Lions have loaded the bases here with 2 outs after no one was on. 3 really good at bats. And that'll bring up Zach McKenna. Zach singled to left his first at bat. As I mentioned, he's swinging a very hot bat. Peers in for the sign. Pitch. Swung at a bad ball, breaking ball in the dirt. And I'll tell you, if Zach is a redshirt freshman with 3 years left, or potentially 4 with the COVID, if he learns the strike zone, he could be a great, great player at Mount St. Joe, because he's hitting it well enough as it is, but he does have a tendency to expand his strike zone a little bit too much. That's a ball outside. But if he can learn to do that, boy, the sky's the limit for this guy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield pretty much straight away, and that ball's down in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. So now he's at 41 pitches after it looked like this inning was going to get over with pretty quick. So if nothing else, the Lions have made him work and build his pitch count up. 2-1. Fastball swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the runners will be off on the swing here. Again, deuces are wild, 2-2-2 in the second inning. Stretch. That's a ground ball, hit slowly to Stigler, and it'll flip it to second for the out. Very nice play by the shortstop, Steven Stigler. So the Lions threaten. They don't score. They leave 3 on base, and we're in the middle of the second, no score. And we're back for the bottom of the second. Leading off for Miami, it'll be Ethan Lyman. And the first pitch from Caulfield is fouled off. Ryan got out of a jam in the first inning. The first two guys reached, and then he pop out, strike out, pop out. The 0-1, that stays out, up and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Somebody's sleeping on the scoreboard. They still have 0-0. Pitch that's down. It's popped up. Will that stay in play? Max going after it, and it's going to... Oh, it came back, and nobody could make the play. If anything, that would have been McKenna's ball, and I guess Zach just couldn't get to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, guys, if this was one of our home games, I think we'd be all over one of our student workers if the count was 1 and 2 and the scoreboard showed 0-0. So we're getting a little bit of a chuckle out of Patrick Murray and Andrew Weeks. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Brooks, I know you're not out there listening, but if you are, we're kind of talking about you. 1-2. Pitch swung on and driven towards right center. McKenna was playing shallow. That's going to go to the wall. That's extra bases. And Lyman's going to coast into second with a double. So we're playing a little shallow in the outfield, and he burned us there. So that's a leadoff double for Miami-Hamilton. That'll bring up Chris Hoffman, the first baseman. So runner on second, nobody out. Hoffman, followed by Anthony Lawson and Deaton. Stretch, pitch that swung on and fouled down the right field line, and that's definitely going to go out of play. So Miami-Hamilton, they're not fooling around. They're up there being very aggressive, swinging at that first pitch strike. Ryan's throwing a lot of strikes, and they're swinging. Oh, 1. Lyman with his leadoff second. Change up. It's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't want to jinx it, but so far, home plate umpire Ann Ratchlow has looked really good. Just hope I didn't speak too soon. Pitch, that's balls up. 2 balls, 1 strike. I know last week, I won't mention the umpire's name, but it seemed like he was really good for about an inning and a half. Then all of a sudden, the strike zone just went bonkers, and it was getting big and bigger as the game went on. 2-1. Pitch. That checks his swing. Ball 3 high. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Anthony Lawson on deck. Alex Deaton to follow in the top of the lineup. Veteran head coach Darrell Grissom in the third base coaching box. Pitch. That is ball 4. Must have been a little up. So that'll bring up Anthony Lawson with nobody out. So we'll see what they do here, if they try to bunt the guys over or play for the big inning. So Caulfield in a little bit of a jam again. First and second, no outs. Can he wiggle out of this one? Now Max is, well, I need to get in here. Thinking about the possibility of a bunt. Well, he's way in at first. Okay, he shows bunt, and that's a bunt. He bunted through it, strike 1. Coach Grissom not happy with that execution or lack thereof. So he's going to flash more signs, and I'm thinking he's probably upset. He's going to make him do it again. And he's saying to himself, get this one down. 0-1. Squares again, and he does get it down. Herbers makes the play, throws the Lawson at first, so the sacrifice does work. That'll go 2-4, sacrifice bunt. So Miami-Hamilton has second and third with 1 out here in the second. That'll bring up number 9 hitter, Alex Deaton. Alex playing right field tonight. So the Lions will play back in the infield. Harrison's even at third. They're going to concede the run everywhere except hard to third of the mound. Pitch, that ball's high, 1 ball, no strikes. So the big thing in these situations is you just try to limit the damage. They get 1, no big deal. You just want to stop those big innings. Ryan's out of the wind. He kicks. That ball's high. 2 balls, no strikes. Ryan struggled early in the year with command and control quite a bit. The majority of his walks came early in the season. His last 4 or 5 starts, there's not been too many walks. But I just jinxed it because there goes ball 3 high, and he hasn't been close on any of these pitches. 3 balls, no strikes. Ryan kicks, fires, and that ball's ball 4. So the bases are loaded after a double, sandwiched around 2 walks. So that's his second walk of the game, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Steven Stigler. Now Coach Woodby's going to go to the mound, talk to him, talk a little bit of strategy here where they want to play the infield, see if Ryan's okay, if he's maybe Coach Woodby's picked up on something mechanically. Stigler singled to center his first at bat. Aaron Ratchlow is going to go out to the mound and break this up. And he's telling Coach Woodby that's his first trip. So Herbers jogs back. Aaron Ratchlow, the umpire, jogs back. So we're ready to go here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the second. Wind, pitch, swung on and popped foul. Will that stay in? It's going to stay in. Nope, it went out of play. Ball's really carrying down that road. It looks like it's going to stay in. The little bit of wind must be blowing that way because it looks, and the way the field is set up, it does, the foul territory, the farther you go out down the right field line, the less room you have. But off the bats, those look like they're going to stay in, and they just have went out of play. So no balls, 1 strike. Stigler. Now Lawson's going to play a little bit more up the middle. That ball's high, a fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, trying to just limit damage here. It's a 9-inning game. You're going to score some runs. You just want to make sure that they don't hit you with a 3 or 4 spot. Pitch, curveball drops in there, a beauty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So a strikeout here would be fantastic. But what you're looking for is just an out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Does he go change up away here? That's what I'm guessing. And it's fastball in his hands. So he went the opposite way there, and Stigler fought off a pretty good pitch to foul it off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2. Delivery. There's a fastball that missed. A little bit of trivia if anybody cares out there. Steven Stigler's grandfather was my first coach when I was about 7, 8 years old. And his father, Steve, I was his coach at Coleraine High School in 1984. So what kind of goes around comes around. There's a foul ball back to the screen. So I've known the Stigler family for years. Very good family. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're playing the bottom of the second here. Wants to make it happen here. Does not want to go full count. And that's nubbed towards first, Max. Oh, boy. He got him, I think. Yep. Boy, he bobbled it a little bit, but he did make the out, so that'll be 3 unassisted and RBI for Stigler. Miami-Hamilton takes a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Joe Reckworth, and he singled in the first. Singled to right. Kind of little ground ball between first and second. This becomes a big out here. Pitch, that's high and out. Ball 1. On deck's Dalton Miller. So that breaks Caulfield's scoreless streak. Pitch that swung on and popped up a mile high. Oh boy. Herbers makes the catch. Really nice play right in front of the plate. That's a very difficult play. So for Miami-Hamilton in the second, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We're through 2. Miami-Hamilton 1, Mount St. Joe nothing. We're back in the top of the third. It'll be Jake Lawson, Josh Higgins, and Tyrell Anderson. Jake swings and fouls it hard past the first base dugout. Jake grounded to short his first at bat. Jake came in today hitting .326 with 43 hits, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and 19 runs batted in. That stays outside for ball 1. A team leading 27 walks. And that's grounded towards second. And up and throwing is the second baseman, Edrington. A little tough for me to say. So that's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Josh Higgins. Josh flied out the left his first at bat. So the Lions have 1 hit so far. Had a couple base runners, left the bases loaded last inning. Josh swing on a miss on a fastball away. No balls, 1 strike. Kicks, breaking ball, grounded towards Stigler at short. Makes the play, throws over to first base for 2 outs. So 2 quickly up, 2 quickly down. That'll bring up Tyrell Anderson. Tyrell grounded to short his first time up. So Caudell, after his control problems last inning, has found the strike zone. He's looking at another, trying to get a quick inning. And last inning got the first 2 out, and then he walked a bunch. So there's a breaking ball for, I guess that was a ball. Looked like his right hand was going to go up. That ball stays high, fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. Maybe we'll get the same thing. We'll get a bunch of walks here with 2 outs. That's balls 3. So 3 balls, no strikes to Tyrell. Andrew Harrison on deck, followed by Tyler Herbers. 3-0. Green light? No. Called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. The little bit of wind seemed to be blowing in. That's grounded towards third. Nice throw across the diamond by third baseman Ethan Lyman for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Lions go 3 up, 3 down. In the middle of the 3rd, Miami-Hamilton 1, Mount St. Joe nothing. And we're back for the bottom of the third. Leading off, it'll be Dalton Miller, and he'll face the new pitcher, Derek Richter. Derek is 2-5 on the year. It's his 11th appearance. He's had 8 starts. In 42 2/3, he's given up 47 hits. And the first pitch he throws is a high fly ball to right field. And McKenna makes the grab. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Couldn't even get his stats in, but 21 walks, 33 strikeouts, and he's 2-5 with a 4.85 ERA. Threw great the other day against Manchester, getting the win in relief. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up Jared Barr. He struck out looking in the first. Richter winds. That swung on and fouled, and it's going to get over the fence there right behind the first base dugout. Actually hits off the screen and bounces back. So Derek coming into the game throwing a lot of strikes. We're in the bottom of the third. This is game number 37 for the Lions. They'll play 38 and 39 this weekend, so they'll get almost to their total of 40. That's scorched to right center. Meir is not going to get that when he cuts it off, and Barr will coast into second with a stand-up double. So 1-out double for Miami-Hamilton. That'll bring up Jordan Ed Rington. He popped the short his first at bat. So it's Miami-Hamilton's second double of the game. So 1-out double by Barr. Richter comes set, delivers as a good breaking ball for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. Richter looks in for the sign. Stretches. Barr, no threat to steal out there. Fastball for a strike at the knees. Really good pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. As we get later into the spring here, it's overcast, but we're still not dark, and we're getting a little bit lighter each day as the day goes on. 0-2, breaking ball. He hung it, drilled to left. Hagen's on his horse, cannot get it, and that'll be another double. And that was just a 0-2 mistake. He just hung it right there. It rolled up there, and he put a good swing on it. So takes advantage of that mistake by Derek. Double to left field, and that makes a score 2-0 in favor of Miami-Hamilton. That's their third double of the game. And Barr comes around to score. And he didn't want that breaking ball right there. That's a fastball fouled off. And again, as I mentioned last thing, Miami-Hamilton, they're not fooling around. They're very, very aggressive at the plate. So maybe one of them where we're throwing almost too many strikes, if that's possible. Maybe we nibble a little bit. Maybe we get them to chase. Pitch is inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. Pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Richter comes set. That's down. Base hit to left field. Looked like a pretty good pitch down, but they're going to bring him. I thought they were going to hold him, and okay, they got him hung up. So that's going to be 2-4. Jake tugs him out. So the base hit will get the run in. I didn't think they were going to bring him, and I don't think the Lions were ready for that either. So that makes a score 3-0. Edrington scores, and Lyman is out 7-2-4. So So Chris Hoffman, the batter. First pitch to break him outside. He walked in the first. Pitch, swung on and missed. Big cut there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch, that's low and outside. Tyler Herbers with a nice job on that. Harrison cut it off and threw home, and then the runner was caught between first and second, and he did a nice job. Swung on and missed, strike 2. He made sure the runner, he didn't throw it too early so that the runner could either go to second or get back to first. He made him commit. Once he committed, he got rid of the ball, and Jake Lawson did the rest. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He overthrew that one, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Here we're in the third. Miami-Hamilton leads 3-0. Wind. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Miami-Hamilton third. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, nobody left. We're through 3. Miami-Hamilton 3. Mount St. Joe nothing. Okay, we're in the top of the 4th inning here, and the Lions trail 3-0. It'll be Andrew Harrison, Tyler Herbers, and Max Klein to face Caudell. First pitch is a breaking ball, stays high. So we're down 3-0, so it's time to let's cut into this lead a little bit here. That's a fastball down, 2 balls, no strikes. So let's see a good 2-0 swing here by Harry. Rocks fires, that's inside 3-0. So quickly 3-0 to Andrew Harrison. And again, Caudell working really fast. Kicks, fires, there's ball 4. So a leadoff walk is a good start for the Lions. That'll bring up Tyler Herbers. He grounded the mound his first at bat. Herbers, then Klein, then Sanders, Meir, and hopefully back to the top. Tyler came into the game hitting .329. Caudell with a big leg kick, and unfortunately we don't really have the speed on the bases to take advantage of that because it's pretty slow to the plate. That ball's down in the dirt, ball 1. Stretch. There's a called strike on the outside corner. That's a good take. Threw 5 in a row. You don't want to get him off the hook. That was a good pitch on the outside corner. Good take anyway. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. And delivers breaking ball. That hit him. So the Lions have the first 2 on here in the 4th. And they're threatening again. That'll bring up Max Klein. Max walked in the 2nd. And Coach Grissom is going to take a walk to the mound, talk to Caudell, and we'll be back in a minute. And we're back. While we were gone, Coach Grissom did go to the mound and make a pitching change. He brought in number 20, Matt Peer. And Matt, checking the roster, Matt is a freshman right-hander from South Lebanon, Ohio. That's all the information we have. We have no stats. Looks like he's fastball, curveball kind of guy. So in steps Max Klein to face Peer. First and second, nobody out. We'll see if the Lions want to bunt the guys over or play for a big inning here. First baseman Hoffman is in, expecting a bunt. Third baseman Lyman is about even with the base. Second baseman Ed Rington looks like he's favoring a little bit the first so he can get there on a bunt. Stigler kind of jockeying out there, and Pierre's going to whirl around and fake a throw to second just to see if there's any squaring of the bunt, just to see if they can pick anything up or learn anything from Max. All right, he comes set, and he's going to swing away, and it's a strike on the outside corner. So this is Max's first at bat in probably a couple of weeks. No balls, one strike. Pierre comes set, looks back at second. That ball's in the dirt. Nice pickup. Really nice pickup by the catcher, Lawson, there to save a wild pitch. So runners remain first and second. 1 ball, 1 strike on Max Klein. Again, the first baseman Lyman way in at first. Still expecting a bunt. Pitch. That's fouled off. So all bets are off now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He can back up at first, which he's going to do. So they're deep all the way around. So Max is in a hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harrison at second. Herber's at first here in the top of the 4th. Lions trail 3-0. Stretch. 1-2 pitch coming. That ball's in the dirt. Nice block by Lawson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Expect to see the gas here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Fastball that's off the plate outside, so full count. Don't expect the runners to be taken off here. Really not much speed on the bases. Max has been prone to striking out, and the worst thing, you don't want to hit line into a triple play. But let's see. Full count. Runners do not go, and that ball is called strike 3 on the outside corner. Max seemed to know it. Really good pitch. It just caught the outside corner. So the first out of the inning, that'll bring up Jake Sanders. Jake walked in the second inning. Was stranded out at second when the Lions left the bases loaded. 1 out, first and second. Big out there by Pierre. Stretch. Pitch. That ball's low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch. Looks back. Harrison with a pretty good lead at second. That ball's down in the dirt. Another good block by Lawson. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. On an overcast night here in Hamilton, Ohio, but again, I don't think there's any threat of rain. Stretch. Harrison with a pretty good lead. 2 balls, no strikes. He checks his swing, and it's a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. As I mentioned, the Lions are supposed to go to Bluffton this Friday to finish their season for a doubleheader, but the weather looks really bad, so I'm assuming it'll get pushed probably to Sunday, with Saturday being graduation for both schools. That's ball 3, down and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. I also want to mention the women's softball team will be opening up HCAC conference tournament play tomorrow against Defiance. down in Lexington at Transylvania. They're the number 2 seed playing the 3 seed Defiance. Had a couple good games with them earlier in the year up in Defiance. I know the first game went extra innings. I believe they won 1-0. That's ball down and in, ball 4. So Sanders' second walk. The bases are loaded, and that'll bring up Meir. And I was told by my producer, Nate Hill, and my scorekeeper, Patrick Murray, that quite a few Lions were recognized today on their all-conference team. We'll try to get that to you here at the half inning. But I think we had a freshman of the year and 8 players that made it, I think you mentioned. So that's great recognition for the Lions. Hopefully they can get, like last year, they were the 2nd seed, went down there and won the tournament. And I know that the number 1 seed has not won the tournament, I think, since either 15 or 16, I think they were saying. So hopefully that trend continues. Stretch, fastball line, and it's going to be a double play. Line right at second, and we didn't freeze on the play. We just took off, and the throw to first base completes the double play. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. We're in the middle of the 4th, 3-0 Miami-Hamilton. And we're back for the bottom of the 4th after a little tough luck there. The Lions line into a double play with the bases loaded. Aiden Post now entered the game for the Lions. Aiden on the season. He's 11 appearances, 11 games started. So this is his first game in relief after basically being a relief pitcher's first 2 seasons. He's 4-2 with a 5.85 ERA. In 52 innings, he's allowed 34 earned runs and only 8 walks, 41 strikeouts. So it's blooped into right center, and Meir comes over and makes a sliding catch. Really nice play there by Anton. And that'll bring up Alex Deaton. Alex walked in the first inning. So 1 away here. First pitch to Deaton is a strike. Deaton walked back in the 2nd. Post delivers. Fastball right in there. No balls, 2 strikes. So it looks like we're going to see most of the Lions staff tonight. Oh, that's a spike to fastball, about a 45-footer. Aiden kind of a little smile there, like, boy, I really messed that one up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Change piece. Oh, base hit right up the middle. He got a tip of his glove on it. So that's the 7th hit for Miami-Hamilton. That'll bring up shortstop Steven Stigler. Stigler's 1 for 2. He singled in the first, and he grounded out the first unassisted and got an RBI in the second. Pitch, fastball away. 1 ball, no strikes. So someone else is getting warm, I would assume. Aiden's probably just going to throw an inning. Can't tell who that is. Pitch, fastball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch. Post, delivers, change up. That's in the dirt. Nice job by Herbers. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Miami-Hamilton leads 3-0. Stretch. Pitch, that's down in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Aiden falling behind Stigler here. Aiden, a Fairfield High School grad, pitching to a Coleraine High School grad. (3-1). That ball spiked in the dirt. Ball 4. So it looked like Aiden trying to overthrow a little bit, so he walks Stigler. That gives Miami-Hamilton runners on first and second with 1 out here in the 4th. That'll bring up Joe Reckworth. He singled to right and popped out to the catcher, Herbers. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. So he gets ahead of Reckworth. Dalton Miller on deck and Jared Barr to follow. Aiden comes set. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. Quickly, he had no balls, 2 strikes. Aiden, change piece, just down. They're going to check. And base umpire Tim Easterling says no. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stretch. 1-2, change up, fouled back. We'll get you these all-conference performers here in a few minutes. Tomorrow, Dave Mitchell and Chris Morris will have the broadcast down there from Lexington. Game time's supposedly 3, depending how long the first game goes. 3 or a little after would be my guess. And they'll have all the action for you on ultimatesportstalk.com. And there's a ground ball single down the right field line. He's actually going to get 2 on it. They're going to wave Stigler, and it's going to be a stand-up triple. He's going to slide. Tough break, just inside out and down the right field line. So that'll make the score 5-0. Couldn't have placed it any better. There's a curve that drops right in there to Dalton Miller. So 2-run score on the play, making the score 5-0. And the Lions are going to have to battle back to win this one. Swung on and popped a mile high. Meir didn't see it. Now he does. Comes in, makes the catch. He's going to throw, hum, good throw. And Reckworth stays at third. So that's a big out. Anytime there's a runner on third, less than 2 outs, and you can get out of it, that would be a good sign. So that'll bring up Jared Barr. He doubled to right center his last at bat. swung on and missed. Good fastball by Post. So the Lions trail 5-0 at this point. Stretch, pitch, change up, grounded, hard foul, but that's all he could do with that. It was inside. Nothing he could do except pull it hard foul. So no balls, 2 strikes quickly to Barr, the designated hitter tonight. Oh, 2 fastball. That's inside. One ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Barr asks for time as he backs out. Post comes set. Delivers. That's bounced towards third. Harrison. Throw across the diamond. Got him. So nice play there by Harry. That's the end of the inning for Miami-Hamilton, but they pick up 2 more on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. We're through 4. Miami-Hamilton 5. Mount St. Joe nothing. And we're back for the top of the 5th. Want to read these Lady Lions that received recognition, the softball girls this year. We had an honorable mention in Elizabeth Ivers. 4 second teamers, Rachel Gabbard, Casey Kemp, Allie Lang, and Emily McDonald. 3 first team, Cameron McCool, Maddie Kennedy, and Macy Cornelius, who was also named Newcomer of the Year. So we're very proud of the team and wish them well as they go down to Lexington tomorrow and try to bring that HCAC championship back where it belongs at Mount St. Joe. So the top of the lineup for the Lions, Zach McKenna, Jake Lawson, and Josh Higgins. Anton Meir lined into a double play to end last inning. We had the bases loaded and lined right at second. He shows bunt, bunts it fair, down, throws low, but it was scooped up. So McKenna's out 2-3 on a bunt, and that'll bring up Jake Lawson. Well, going into next year, there's quite a few things this team can work on and get better at. One of them is their bunting. Defensively, we've talked about that all year, but I think the good thing is there is a lot of room for improvement. First pitch to Lawson, his curve stays outside. Jake's grounded to short and grounded to second. He's 0 for 2. On deck, Josh Higgins and Tyrell Anderson to follow. Wind. Pitch is a curve ball, stays inside, 2 balls, no strikes. So we need some base runners here. We need some base runners, string together a couple hits, get back in this. We've been pretty listless so far. This is senior night for Miami-Hamilton. There's a fastball for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. And had a couple opportunities, just haven't cashed in. Down 5-0. Pitch, that ball's down, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. The one thing we only have 1 hit, but we have been able to draw 5 walks. So we've had some base runners, some opportunities. 3-1, that's lined towards right center. That's going to get, he's going to cut it off in right center. Jake, hard rounded first, and he'll go back to the base. So a 1-out single for Jake Lawson. That'll bring up Josh Higgins. Josh is 0 for 2. He's flied out to left and grounded out to short. Stretch, pitch. It's a called strike on the outside corner. So Pierre relieved Caudell last inning, got the Lions out, and now he's in his second inning of work. Stretch, he's going to throw to first, check Jake. Jake not really much of a lead at first. Stretch. 0-1, that's down, and then 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, I mentioned it earlier, it's still somewhat light out. You know, we're getting longer days here and shorter nights with us getting more into spring. There's a fastball on the outside corner called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right fielder Deep made a nice play on Jake's ball, got over there really quick to cut it off and get it back into holding to a single. That's a change up, down, and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice job by Anthony Lawson back there, keeping it in front. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the 5th. Lions trail 5-0. Pitch, that's ball 3. So the count's run full. So we'll see what they do here. Full count, 1 out. They're down 5 runs. I'm thinking he's going to run here. Let's see what happens. Full count, 1 out. There he goes. That swung on, hit really deep to left center field, but it's going to hang up with the wind blowing in a little bit, and Reckworth goes over to make the catch. So Josh actually kind of got that off the end of the bat a little bit. I thought it was hit a little bit better than it originally was. So that's the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Tyrell Anderson, the DH. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and grounded to third. We mentioned our softball recognition for all conference. Now we're going to mention the men's lacrosse. Newcomer of the year, second team, Mason Mellinger. Austin Combs was second team. There's a pitch for a ball. And our own TJ Aarons, who works with us in game day management throughout the year, he was second team. Congratulations to those 3 guys. There's a pitch called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch by Pierre. Pitch. Ball's down. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stretch. Fastball outside corner. Nice pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the 5th. Trail 5-0. Andrew Harrison on deck. That's ball way outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So full count with 2 outs. Jake will be off on the pitch, and maybe on an extra base hit he can score and get us on the board. Now they instruct first baseman Hoffman to play behind, which is the right call. So Jake with a bigger lead. There he goes. Full count, pitch swung on. Loop to left. Coming over is the left fielder. And that's Reckworth making the grab. So the Lions go quietly in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors left. 1 left. We're midway through the game. Miami-Hamilton 5, Mount St. Joe nothing. And we're back for the bottom of the fifth. Lions trail 5-0. Taking over on the mound is number 15, junior Bryce McGee. Bryce is making his 15th appearance. He's 0-2 with a 3.5 ERA. In 18 innings, he's given up 7 earned runs, 4 walks, 12 strikeouts. And his first pitch, he'll be facing Edrington. First pitch is a ball outside. Edrington's popped to short and doubled to left. Miami-Hamilton with 8 hits, the Lions only with 2 as we play here in the 5th inning. Bryce winds, fires, and that pitch is a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strikes. The 1-1, that's fouled down the right field line. He doesn't see it, and that goes out of play. Again, that's one of them that looked off the bat like it might even stay fair, and it just drifted foul. As I said, the fence, the farther you go down the fence, the shorter the out of play is. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bryce is ahead. Wind, pitch, swung on and fouled. Boy, just got a piece on it. Thought he had him. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice little slider there. And Edrington just was able to get a piece of it. One and two. Bryce winds, throws. That's way outside, up and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryce also with 2 saves on the year. We have 2 saves for Webb and 2 saves for Bryce. So we've got 4 total as a team out of our 14 wins. 2-2, called strike 3. Really good pitch right at the knees. Froze Edrington. So that's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Ethan Lyman. He's doubled to right center and singled to left. He's 2 for 2. Curveball swung on and missed. I mentioned earlier, but home plate umpire Ann Ratchlow has been really, really good. Very, very consistent. Seems to be calling a strike, and a ball. And that's all you can ask for as a coach and as a player. Ball down in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind, pitch, fastball, in. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a strike at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Curveball, boy, just missed. That was a good, nice breaking ball. Had good late bite, but good discipline by Lyman to lay off. Count runs full. We'll have a payoff pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. So 2 up, 2 straight strikeouts for Bryce. That'll bring up Chris Hoffman, the first baseman. He's walked and struck out. So we can get these guys out, maybe get a little momentum and get in there and swing the bats. Pitch, that ball's down. Ball 1. 1-0 here as we play in the 5th. Miami-Hamilton leads 5-0. Lions looking for their 15th win of the year. They're 14-22. That's tapped right back to McGee. He's going to toss to first for the out. So really good clean inning by Bryce. In the 5th, nothing across. We're through 5. Miami-Hamilton 5. Mount St. Joe, nothing. And we're back for the top of the sixth. It'll be Harrison, Herbers, and Klein to face Matt Peer, who's still in the game, came in the fourth. He's put up 2 zeros his last 2 innings. First pitch swung on and fouled way down the left field line. No balls, 1 strike. Change up called. Nope, just down. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, there was a lot of oohing and all in that foul ball, and I'm kind of parked down in that area, so please, no broken windshields. That ball's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And they're asleep at the wheel again in there, not keeping up the scoreboard. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball at the knees called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Andrews grounded to short and walked. Wind, pitch, that ball's down, full count, so we really need him on base to get something going here. Needs to be a really good leadoff hitter. He's worked it full. Wind, payoff, swung on and driven foul down the left field line. So the count remains full. We'll have another payoff pitch. Herbers, then Klein to follow, and hopefully Sanders, Meir, McKenna, Lawson. Let's bat around. Full count, and that is called strike 3. Really good pitch right on the corner. Harry knew it. So when it looks like we might get a little bit of something going, Miami-Hamilton says nope. So that'll bring up Herbers. Herbers is grounded to the mound and it got hit by a pitch. So Miami-Hamilton pitchers continue to throw up zeros. Pitch, breaking ball, that stays down. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, that's down low, 2-0. So again, we're ahead of the count here. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch, that stays inside, ball 3. So Tyler looking to become a 1-out base runner. 3-0, that's right in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Tyler's still way ahead here. 3-1, that ball is taken for a called strike 2. He doesn't like the call, thought it was low, but I don't mind that there. He's probably going to get a fastball here on full count anyway. Here it comes, and that is called strike 3, and he knew it. So you got to give Peer credit, down 3-0. He threw 3 straight fastballs right at the knees and got Herbers for the second out. So that'll bring up Max Klein. Max is 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch is outside, so Pierce continues to fall behind and come back. One ball, no strikes. And that's ball in the dirt, swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's jammed. He tops it foul. Down the third base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As we mentioned earlier, starting center fielder Ryan Murray not in the lineup tonight. An undisclosed injury. And we hope Ryan can get back for the last 2 games this weekend at Bluffton. The 1-2, fastball, that's outside. Pierre was starting to walk towards the dugout, but that was clearly outside. Pierre shakes about 2 or 3 off. He's got what he wants. Delivers. Swung. There's a line drive down the left field line. That'll be a base hit. Max rounds first hard. He's going to stay there with a 2-out single as Reckworth gets the ball back in. So that's the Lions' third hit of the day. That'll bring up Jake Sanders. He's walked twice. So maybe a little bit of two-out rally here. Here comes the set. Delivers. Fastball. Sanders tops it to third. He'll go the short route to second, and that's the inning. So for the Lions in the sixth, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We're in the middle of the sixth. Miami-Hamilton 5, Mount St. Joe nothing. And we're back for the bottom of the sixth. Another new pitcher for the Lions. Left-handed senior, number 7, Jake Hughes. Jake is making his 11th appearance of the year. He's had 10 starts, so it's his first time in relief all year. He's had 1 complete game. He's 2-4 with a 6.32 ERA. In 62 2/3, he's given up 44 earned runs, only 12 walks, and 56 strikeouts. So Jake just getting in an inning of work before I think the coaching staff really realizes they're not going to be playing Friday and more likely Sunday, so he'd have 3 days rest and get him an inning out here, and hopefully he can keep us just within 5, and maybe we can cook something up late game and get a little bit of late game magic, but we're starting to run out of time. So Jake will be facing Anthony Lawson, Alex Deaton, in the top of the lineup, Steven Stigler. Lawson is sacrificed in the second and flied out to center in the fourth. So Lions trail 5-0 here as we play the bottom of the sixth. Hughes rocks, fires. There's a fastball for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Jake, a graduate student, going to be earning his MBA this spring. Pitch. Swung on and missed on a pitch down. No balls, 2 strikes. Jake from LaSalle High School here in Cincinnati. 0-2. That's base hit into left field. So another mistake there on no balls and 2 strikes by the Lions pitcher. Too much of the plate there. That'll bring up Alex Deaton. Alex is 1 for 1. He's walked and then singled to center and scored a run in the fourth when Reckworth hit the triple. So a leadoff single for Miami-Hamilton. And we're getting ahead of the hitters, and then we're making some mistakes. So 0-0. Lawson not much with a lead at first. Jake's going to check him, though. Throw to first. Stretch. Pitch, that's fouled off. Again, we'd like to give a shout out to Sports Information Director Blake Watson, who is still recovering but seems to be doing a lot better. And really with this being the last event of the year we'll be doing, I guess it couldn't come for a better time for him, because if we'd have been hosting softball, he'd probably been trying to come back a little bit too soon. So for him, it worked out. That ball's down, but we look forward to clearly next fall when he's 100%, even this summer when he's around and updating record books and things along that nature. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake will throw to first. In the meantime, as I mentioned on previous broadcasts, Nate Hill and Andrew Weeks have done a tremendous job filling in for him, and he's trained them well, and he should be proud of them guys. They've done a great job. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch, that's fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's just not a lot of energy in the Lions here tonight. It could be during finals week. It could be the fact that guys are ready to go home, knowing that they're out of it, and no matter what happens Saturday, they can't make the conference tournament. But for whatever reason, there's just not much juice tonight. You hate to see that, but that's just the reality of it. 1-2, fastball swung on and lifted to center. Meir coming on and makes the catch. Looked like he had trouble with it there for a minute, that he couldn't see it, but came in and made the grab. So 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up Steven Stigler. Steve is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Singled this first, grounded out, an RBI grounded out in the second, then walked and scored a run on the Reckworth triple in the 4th. Hughes comes set. He'll check Lawson, which really isn't a threat to go. Delivers, and that swung on and fouled off the right side. No balls, 1 strike. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Foundation Field was the original home of the Florence Freedom, now the Yawls, and now for years it's been the home of the Hamilton Joes summer collegiate team that played here for many, many years, and that ball's fouled off too. So quickly 0-2. That's in the Great Lakes League. Cincinnati Steam is involved, the Hamilton Joes, and teams around the region here. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch, fastball, that's outside. It's clearly outside, but it's amazing that you go from game to game. Some umpires will call that 4 and 5 inches off the plate, but Aaron's done a good job tonight. That was clearly a ball. But from game to game, sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get. 1-2. That's driven into right field for a base hit. Over to McKenna. Lawson's going to go to third, and he's going to make it. So Miami-Hamilton has first and third with 1 out. That'll bring up Joe Reckworth. So again, we got quickly ahead with 2 strikes, and we make the mistake, and we can't finish the hitter. So Reckworth is 2 for 3, single to right, pop to the catcher, and triple down the right field line. So the Lions are in a spot here. They just really can't afford to give up more. It looks like they're going to play for 2 in the middle, and it looks like Harrison's actually going to play deep. So they're going to play for 2 all the way around. Middle infield at double play depth. Stigler with good speed on first. Hughes comes set. Delivers. That's a pitch inside corner for a strike. I expect Stigler to take off here the next pitch or two. A, he's got good speed. B, to put pressure on the line. C, to stay out of the double play. Hughes comes set. He's going to check him and throw to first. A little step back. I was told earlier by official scorer Patrick Murray that Earlham and Franklin split a doubleheader today, so they both remain tied atop the HCA standings with 2 games left. Yeah, one changeup fouled back. Hopefully next year at this time we're talking about, possibly getting into the tournament and these games at the end of the year being meaningful. And I know the guys would really like to see that happen. And I'm sure coaching staff, everybody involved would like to see that happen. Stretch. He did take off, and he's going to steal that easy. Oh, they got him trapped off. Throw to third, and he got back, I think. Yep. Jake held onto the ball too long. So we threw. We had him trapped off third, and we just let him get back. He held the ball too long. So Stigler picks up a stolen base. And, again, that goes back to we just can't make those defensive plays that need to be made. So I would think they'll come in now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The infield is going to come in. Boy, really like to see that him make that play. Just held on to it too long, and we had him trapped. 1-2. That's grounded through the right side, and he's going to come around and score. We threw to the wrong base, and now he's going to take second, and it's 7-0. So it's one of them. If we're playing back, we probably make the play, but you got to play in to try to cut off the runs. Already down 5. That's 4 RBIs for Reckworth. Stigler scores on the play. And so does Lawson. So it's 7-0. And that'll bring up Dalton Miller. Miller's popped to third, fly to right, and fly to center. He's 0 for 3. They've out-hit us 11-3, outscored us 7-0. First pitch is a fastball on the outside corner. Got somebody else warming up in the bullpen. That looks like Webb, maybe, Evan Webb. So, Lions trail now 7-0 here in the 6th inning. Hopefully there can be some motivation on probably Sunday to go up and play hard and try to get at least 1 win and finish your season, not just kind of lay down and go through the motions and let Bluffton roll all over you. But I think half these guys are already on the bus home. There's a good pitch. It stayed inside. Looked like he had him tied up. Called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Sets, delivers, swung on and missed on a pitch down. Really good pitch by Jake. Miami-Hamilton's had some nice hits, but some just ground balls that just have found the holes that could have went to our fielders. It's just one of those things. 1-2, called strike 3, and he's not happy with it. Dalton Miller's not happy. He just got thrown out. Dalton Miller just got thrown out of the game. So he didn't like the call. It looked like it was technically over the plate, but he thought it was low, I guess. Now Coach Woodby wants to go to the mound, and they're going to take Jake out. I guess he's reached his pitch count.
Number 8 is batting. For what spot?
So Miller's been thrown out of the game, and we're going to have, you said, a pinch hitter, okay? Then we're going to have a new pitcher for the Lions. We'll tell you all about this in just a minute. All right, changes. The new pitcher for Mount St. Joe is freshman Evan Webb. Evan is making his 14th appearance on the year. He pitched 20 in the third innings, giving up 16 earned runs, 9 walks, 14 strikeouts with a 7.08 ERA. And pinch hitting for Miami-Hamilton is number 8, Ryan Dace. So the Lions trail 7-0, and we're in the bottom of the 6th. And Webb's going to attempt to get us out of here with no more runs allowed. I'm sure this was not the plan of the Lions coaching staff coming up here to pretty much roll over and just play pretty listless. But Miami-Hamilton is a good ball club. First pitch fly to right. McKenna back, and it's going to be over his head. So he's going to go to third, and Jake's throw. He is out at third. So nice relay there by the Lions. So that'll be 9-4 to 5 for the last out. So in the inning, they get 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, none left. We're through 6. Miami-Hamilton 8, Mount St. Joe nothing. And we're back for the top of the 7th. First pitch to Anton Mears down for a ball. A couple changes for Miami-Hamilton. Steve Stigler goes from shortstop to center field. And number 14, Zach Reeder, is in the spot of Dalton Miller, who was thrown out of the game. And he's at shortstop now. So that's ball outside too. So Miami-Hamilton leads at 8-0 as we play the top of the 7th. There's a 2-0 pitch for a strike. So Meir is, 3 balls, 1 strike. Meir is walked and lined into a double play, and that is called strike 2 on the outside corner. McKenna on deck, Lawson to follow. Here comes the payoff. That swung on and lined into left field for a base hit. So there's a leadoff hit for the Lions. Their 4th hit of the game. That'll bring up Zach McKenna. Zach is 1 for 3, singled in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the second, and was thrown out attempting to bunt in the 5th. Stretch. Pitch, ball's down in the dirt. So Anton continues to swing the bat well. He walked and lined into a double play and then singled, so he's hit the ball hard twice. Short lead at first. That ball is inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like there's going to be a little action getting started in the Miami-Hamilton bullpen. Pierre throws, that ball's inside, 3-0. So Zach will definitely be taking 1 and potentially 2 here. Just need a lot of base runners, down 8-0. 3-0 pitch. That's a called strike. 3-1. He's going to throw to first, and Mears back easily. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes set, and that's grounded foul down the left field line. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, let's see what they do here. Down 8 runs. Do they get the runner in motion? Doesn't look like Coach Kittle's going through any signs, so it doesn't. I would say he's not going to run. 3-2. He does not go, and that ball is inside, ball 4. So the Lions had their first 2 runners on in the 7th. That'll bring up Jake Lawson. Jake is 1 for 3. He's grounded to short, grounded to second, single to right center. I think Pierre's starting to get a little bit tired. Jake could potentially quick bunt here for a hit, but he's not going to do that. First pitch is a strike called on the inside corner. Yeah, third baseman Linen is playing behind the base at third, with Josh Higgins on deck and Tyrell Anderson to follow. Pitch. There it goes. Beautiful bunt. That should be bases loaded, no outs, and it is. So I was calling for it 1 pitch earlier, but we got it there. So bases loaded, nobody out. And that'll bring up Josh Higgins. Pitching coach is going to go to the mound. Really nice bunt by Jake there. Really, it was just get it down where the pitcher couldn't field it. It was going to be an easy hit. And the pitcher did eventually get over to field it, but it wasn't. He was way past first at that point. So bases loaded, no outs. Trail 8-0, but got a chance to put a few runs on the board here. Josh has flied to left, grounded to short, and flied to left again. He's 0 for 3. On deck, Tyrell Henderson, and then Andrew Harrison, Tyler Herbers, Max Klein, and hopefully we keep going. Pitch, fastball, grounded to third. Oh boy. Out at home, and that's all they get. So that'll go 5-2. Fielder's choice. Mears out on the play, 5-2 for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Tyrell Anderson. Tyrell is 0 for 3, grounded to short, grounded to third, fly to left. So boy, we need a base hit in the worst way here. We need to get on the board here. Playing him to pull slightly in the outfield. Pitch, that's a ball on the ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pierce stretches. Comes plate word, that ball's down. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. Tyrell. That swung on foul at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stretch. 2-1. That's down. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Tyrell ahead in the count, 3-1. This should be something middling he can drive, or he should just take it. 3-1. There it is, and he high fly to center field. Should be deep enough to score. Jake fakes it from second. That'll score Zach McKenna from third. And the Lions are on the board on a sacrifice fly by Telroy Anderson. So that'll make it an 8-1 ball game. McKenna scores. Lawson, Hagens hold their bases. So it's 8-1. Brings up Andrew Harrison. Andrew's 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch. That ball's down. It's amazing. They've been at Miami-Hamilton's pitchers. A lot of the night have been in trouble, but they've basically been able to wiggle out of some tough jams. And even if we only get one, that's not bad. That's grounded foul past third. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Stretch. Pitch. That ball's down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Lions, even though they're a visiting team, they're very familiar with this venue. They played quite a few home games up here last spring and the spring before. That's ball. It's a wild pitch in the dirt, and that'll move Lawson and Hagens up. So second and third now. Still 2 outs. So I think they said they swept Hanover here last year. I believe they played Franklin here, split with Defiance. So there's probably 8 or 10 home games here. That ball is up for ball 4. So again, we load the bases again. Tyler Herbers will come to the plate. That's 2 walks for Andrew. Herbers is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Max Klein on deck. Lions trail 8-1 here in the 7th. Be nice to get a big 2-out hit here and start to climb back in this. Here comes set, delivers. That ball is inside. Ball 1. Boy, he really does seem like he's on his last leg out there. He seems like he's ran out of gas. 1-0 pitch. That ball's a called strike on the outside corner. Tyler doesn't like it, but looked like a pretty good pitch from here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. That's a fastball on the outside corner. Again, he doesn't like it. Might have been a little smidge outside. 1-2. If he's smart, he'll go back out there, and he did. And it's called strike 3. And he's not happy, but it's not going to change the call. And actually, Tyler almost helped him out by kind of starting to move like it was strike 3, and Aaron rang him up. So in the 7th, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left. It's 7th inning stretch time. Lions trail 8-1. Okay, we're back for the bottom of the 7th. And for Miami-Hamilton, it'll be Edrington, Lyman, and Hoffman to face Evan Webb. Kicks, fires, that ball's down in the dirt, ball 1. Evan came in relief of Jake Hughes, gave up a double on his first pitch to the pinch hitter Dace, but we made a nice relay and threw him out trying to stretch it into 3. That swung on and hit high in the air to center field. Meir goes over and he makes the catch. So Edrington's retired, and that'll bring up Ethan Lyman. Ethan is 2 for 3 on the day. He doubled to right center, single to left. Was thrown out trying to get to second on a cutoff play and then struck out swinging. So Webb with the first pitch curve that stays outside, ball 1. Ball 2 high. As we look forward to next season, I think there's a lot of room for improvement as we talked, and hopefully the conditioning with some guys gets better, get in the weight room, and especially there's ball 3 outside, especially for some of the younger guys. They know now what it takes not only to play but to compete. And, it sounds like, 38, 39, 40 games isn't a lot, but then when you're going to class, you're traveling, there's a called strike, you need to be strong, you need to be fit, and you need to make good decisions with your body throughout the season. And that swung on and popped up. Max goes over, and he makes the catch in foul territory. Very nice play. So 2 outs, and hopefully them guys will learn from the seniors that are coming back that, it takes a lot of hard work. It takes effort. You got to get in that weight room, and you got to work hard and eat right, sleep right to compete in this league, because it's a very good baseball league. And there's a nice breaking ball for a strike to Hoffman, because people have to realize that it's a tough league, and the fact that we have not qualified for the tournament in 5 or 6 years tells you that they have to step it up. Swung on and missed, strike 2. And if the coaches, and I think they have another good class coming in, if guys, at some point the players have to do it. Swung on and fouled in the Miami-Hamilton dugout. Count remains 0-2. Because I know that guys do want to make the conference tournament. They want to have some success. There's a curve that called strike 3. So Webb has a 1-2-3 inning. We're through 7. We trail 8-1. And we're back for the top of the 8th. New pitcher for Miami-Hamilton is Gary Cuozzo, a freshman from Ross. So lines trail 8-1, top of the 8th. Max Klein, Sanders, Meir, and then the top of the lineup. To get back to my point about, the guys working hard in the offseason and everything, hopefully they will work hard. And, honestly, if they don't want to, you really don't want those guys on your team. So hopefully they can weed the guys out that don't want to work at it. And there's a 1-ball pitch. The ball is popped up in foul territory. Over, and that ball is missed by number 40, the first baseman, in foul territory, Hoffman. So that'll be an error on the first baseman. So Klein with new life. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball drops right in there for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch swung on, bounced over the mound, and Reeder throws him out. So that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Sanders. Jake's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Anton Meir on deck. Pitch, he shows bunt, he fouls it off. Out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Miami-Hamilton has 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. Mount St. Joe has 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. We play the top of the 8th here in Hamilton, Ohio. Foundation Field. Pitch, swung on, he's jammed. Little pop-up. And the second baseman, Edrington, makes the play. So 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Anton Meir. Anton's walked, lined into a double play, and singled to left. He's 1 for 2. Delivers, that ball's up and out, ball 1. One. Way inside, ball 2. Almost hit him. 2 balls, no strikes. That ball's down in 3-0. Zach McKenna on deck, then Jake Lawson to follow. 3-0. That ball's inside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Anton. And he's been on base quite a bit these last half a dozen games or so. That'll bring up Zach McKenna. Zach is 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. He scored the only run for the Lions on the sacrifice fly by Tyrell Anderson. So Cuozzo comes set. He delivers. There's a curve that drops in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Jake Lawson on deck. Stretch. Pitch. Tied him up. Swung on and missed. Good fastball in the hands. No balls, 2 strikes quickly. Stretch. The 0-2. Fastball just inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looked a little low, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Delivery, swung on and fouled. down the left field line, and Andrew, I'm afraid that's going towards my car again. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. We didn't hear any glass. Or that's Nate. I was thinking it's Andrew there for a second. You guys keep flipping on me. So my co-producers are one's up on the roof with the camera. The other one's down here on the computer doing a great job. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch, curveball. That's going to find the hole into left field for a base hit. So a little bit of 2-out action going on here. Zach's now 2 for 4 on the day. That'll bring up Jake Lawson. Jake is 2 for 4. He's grounded to short, grounded to second, single to right center, and reached on a bunt single in the 7th. So Jake with a chance to do a little damage here. Lefty Quazzo throws its ball high. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, a little bloop and a blast here, and we're right back in it. Mir with his leadoff second. 1-0. That ball's down in the dirt. That's a wild pitch, and that'll move the run. Well, I don't know what happened with McKenna, but he's standing on first base. So a wild pitch will move Mir to third, and I have no idea what Zach McKenna's thinking on first. The ball went almost to the backstop. So Miami-Hamilton's going to call first and third play defensively. 2 balls, no strikes. Now, the first baseman was playing behind Lyman, but now he's going to hold him. 2-0 pitch on the way. Curveball drops right in there for a strike. Yeah, those base running. I've seen some really bad mistakes this year, and again, let's hopefully we can clean this all up going into next year. 2-1, curveball that swung on, lifted towards left, slicing away, fair ball. Hits the line, and we're going to get 2 out of it anyway. Jake is going to stay at second with a double. So a fly ball that went down the left, tailing away, and just hits right on the chalk. So Jake will get his 3rd hit of the day and drive in 2 runs on a double. So that makes it an 8-3 game. And that's going to be all for Quazzo. So Mir scores on the play. McKenna comes all the way around from first to score. Showing really good speed there. He made a base running blunder, but he showed really good speed to get around those bases and score. Josh Higgins will be at the plate. We have a pitching change. We'll be back to tell you about it in a minute.
executive decision.
And on the mound, the new pitcher for Miami-Hamilton is freshman Jordan Maurer from Westchester. The Lions, with a 2-run double by Jake Lawson, make the score 8-3. Josh Hagan steps in. Josh is 0 for 4, so he's due. 2 outs. First pitch, that's fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. So we've scored 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, make it 8-3. On deck, Tyrell Anderson, then Andrew Harrison to follow. So Jake with the bloop double, maybe that makes up for some of his line drives that he hit a couple weeks ago. That's nubbed off at the end of the bat towards first, so quickly 0-2. I know, recall the Wilmington game, he had 2 line drives right at the right fielder. So he's hitting some tough luck, so, you know, he'll take that any day of the week and get a 2-run double there to drive in a couple runs. Maurer comes set. The 0-2. That's grounded foul. It's got kind of a funky delivery. No balls, 2 strikes. Jake with his leadoff second. And delivers, swung on and bloop towards left. That might get down. It does. So now they throw to the wrong base, and now Josh is going to take second. So both teams with really bad decisions in the outfield. So that bloop hit makes it an 8-4 game. And he goes to second on the throw. So just the fundamentals of, you know, when to throw to what base and make the right decisions is just it's kind of mind-boggling sometimes how the mistakes can be made like that. So it's 8-4. That'll be Tyrell Anderson stepping in, and Tyrell's 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. First pitch is a change-up on the outside corner, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. So they've cut the lead in half to make it 8-4. So it's a little bit of too little too late. Well, let's hope we can kind of keep going here. Got a runner in scoring position out there. Josh dancing around, and Maurer just fakes the throw to second base to get his recount for the pitch clock. Again, he continues to jump around. Pitch. That ball's down and in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tyrell Anderson. Tyrell, a product of Western Hills High School in Cincinnati. Known for the great baseball they've produced over the last 75, 80 years. Stretch. A 1-1. That swung on and grounded in the hole. Nice stop by the shortstop Reeder to keep it in the infield. But an infield hit for Tyrell. That'll bring up Andrew Harrison. So the Lions are not going quietly. Nice diving stop there by Reeder to keep Josh Hagans from scoring. So Andrew Harrison is grounded out, struck out looking. He's had 2 other plate appearances that resulted in walks. So we get 1 more guy on. The tying run comes to the plate. Maurer comes set. Anderson gets his lead. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Pitch away from him. No balls, 1 strike. Miami-Hamilton was probably feeling pretty good about 15 minutes ago, but now they're starting to sweat it a little bit. 0-1. Pitch, change up, popped foul. Going back, and that's out of play. So no balls, 2 strikes to Harrison. So hopefully he'll make a mistake here and hang something off speed, and Harry can drive it in the gap. Oh, and 2 to Andrew Harrison. Swung on and grounded fair down the third base line. Throw, and what a great pickup by first baseman Chris Hoffman. Third baseman Ethan Lyman threw it over there. One hopped. And now, okay, they're going to talk about it. Coach Miller feels like he was off the base. I very rarely ever seen these overturned, but let's see what happens. Nope, they're going to stick with the out call, which is not shocking. So in the inning, the Lions score 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, 2 left. We're in the middle of the 8th. Miami-Hamilton 8, Mount St. Joe 4. We're back for the bottom of the 8th inning, and the new Lion pitcher is number 52, Jared Frederick. Jared has appeared in 4 games. He's pitched 4 innings, given up 11 hits and 11 earned runs, 6 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And the first pitch is hit by pitch by Anthony Lawson, so not a good start there. That'll bring up Alex Deaton. Alex has walked, singled to center, and scored, and flied to center. Pitch. There's a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike. Thought maybe they'd try to sacrifice and get another run, but they're going to swing away here. No balls, 1 strike. Now there's the bunt, and he fouls it back. So quickly 0-2. And Harrison wasn't looking for the bunt. He was way deep at third, so. But instead of just sacrifice, he kind of tried to quick bunt, and he fouled it off, didn't execute it. So no balls, 2 strikes. Stigler on deck, followed by Reckworth. 0-2 pitch, curveball stays high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball stays high. The Lions have somebody throwing down there. Can't tell who that is. Looks like 30-something. 38, maybe Jacob Miles? Just hard to tell. Swung on, grounded towards short. Sanders in the hole, makes the throw to second. And they get the lead runner. So nice play by Jake. Went to a knee, threw to Lawson for the force out. So that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Steven Stigler. Steven having a good day. He's 2 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored and an RBI and a stolen base. So Frederick trying to keep it right here at 8-4. Give the Lions one last shot here. Stretch, curveball drops in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. It looks like 32 in the bullpen, but boy, I don't know. There's not a 32 as a pitcher, so that's probably not right. That swung on and missed strike 2. Yeah, 32 is Tyrell Anderson, so I know that's not him. So we'll try to get you the number. 37 maybe? No, there's no 37. 0-2 pitch. Inside, almost hit him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It definitely looks like a 3, so that it could be J.D. Reynolds 33 maybe. That would make sense. I think it might be 33. Stretch. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, it remains. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Lions trail 8-4 as we close out the non-conference portion of our schedule. We have 2 conference games left at Bluffton. Runner goes, pitch is swung on and driven towards right. McKenna back, and it's over his head. So Stigler will get a stand-up double. And that'll make it 2nd and 3rd. So that makes Stigler 3 for 4 on the night with a double. Having an excellent night. Hit well. So 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. That'll bring up Joe Reckworth. Lions infield comes in. Pitch swung on and missed. Needs a strikeout in the worst way here. Pitch. There's a weak grounder second. Jake Lawson's going to take him unassisted but out. Yeah, nice job by Miami-Hamilton. Running on contact there. Scores the run. So he's out at first base, 4 unassisted. He gets an RBI. And that increases the lead to 9-4. Yeah, it's his 5th RBI of the night. So, again, excellent base running there. Good coaching. Even though the infield was in, Jake had to go to his left, and he just couldn't get him out. Couldn't get him at home. Got a good jump off 3rd. So the 2nd run of the night scored by Deaton. First pitch is a ball to Zach Reeder. Zach's first appearance at the plate. He came in the top of the 7th at short when they moved Stigler to center field. So 9-4. Pitch. That ball is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Zach's another Coleraine grad. On deck is Ryan Dace, who pinched hit in the 6th and doubled to right. Pitch. Swung on, fouled hard down the right field line. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stretch by Frederick. 2-1. That's looped towards shortstop. Jake's got to get rid of it. Nope. That'll be an infield hit. So Sanders came up with it. He couldn't quite get rid of it, and Reeder gets down the line pretty good. And that'll be an RBI for Zach. He replaced the ejected Dalton Miller, who was 0 for 4. So that makes it 10-4 game. First pitch is a ball to Dace, who I mentioned doubled. Was thrown out on a really nice relay from McKenna to Lawson to Harrison. 10-4 ball game. That ball hit him. So that makes it first and second. And so that'll bring up number 10, Jordan Edrington. Jordan's popped the short, doubled to left, struck out looking, and flied to center. So the Lions with a little momentum coming into the inning, but Miami-Hamilton struck back with 2 runs to make it a 10-4 game. They have runners on first and second, 2 outs. So I think we have somebody ready if he wants to go to him, but he's going to stick with Frederick. Pitch, fastball, that's outside, ball 1. On deck is Ethan Lyman. Stretch. That swung on off the end of the bat to Higgins and left, and he makes the grab. So the Miami-Hamilton 8th. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go to the 9th. Miami-Hamilton 10, Mount St. Joe 4. And we're back for the top of the 9th inning. The new pitcher for Miami-Hamilton is freshman Anthony Trinan from Fairfield. He will face Tyler Herbers, Max Klein, and Jake Sanders as we go to the 9th, trailing 10-4. And again, in this last non-conference game of the season, Herbers is 0 for 3, struck out twice, and was hit by a pitch. First pitch is a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rocks fires. There's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That swung on and fouled. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is swung on and swung on and missed, but it's missed by the catcher, so that'll be a strikeout, swinging a pass ball on Anthony Lawson. So the Lions catch a break. That'll bring up Max Klein. Max is walked, struck out looking, single to left, and grounded to short. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. Pitch. That ball is high. Ball 1. So maybe that's just something started good. Get a little break there, a strikeout, and a pass ball, and need a bunch of base runners, though. Pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanders on deck, then Mir to follow, then the top of the order. Okay, they call time.
Kind of.
They're talking to Trinan. Maybe the music was going. Is that why there was? Okay, there was some back feed on the microphone, I've been told. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Trinan comes set. Delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Set. The 1-2. That's fouled off. So Max fights it off to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stretch. Pitch. Curveball drops right in there for called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts, but there's only 1 out. That'll bring up Jake Sanders. Jake is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Stretch. Trying to deliver. Swung on it. Hit hard down the third base line. That'll be a base hit. And so Herbert stopped at second. So that hard ground ball down the third base line for a base hit. Lyman got his glove on it, but just couldn't make the play. So Jake Brackney's going to go run for Tyler Herbers here as we play the 9th inning. Anton Mir steps in. Pitch. That's a called strike. Anton's had a good night. He's walked twice, scored a run, single to left, and lined hard into a double play in the 4th inning to stuff out a rally there. Brackney jumping around out on second base trying to distract Trinan, which looks like he's doing a little bit. If I'm Trinan, I don't even care about that runner. I'm just getting the batter. You got a 6-run lead. Don't have to worry about it. Pitch, shows bunt. That's going to be a base hit. Great bunt down the third base line. So Anton really made a nice bunt there. And that's his 2nd hit of the night. So again, the Lions are threatening here. Bases loaded, no outs. I'm sorry, 1 out. That'll bring up Zach McKenna. So we talked about earlier, you need a bunch of base runners to get that tying run to the plate. Pitch. That ball is down for ball 1. Zach is 2 for 4. 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and he's got a walk. Pitch. That swung on and popped up in a shallow left. Coming on, and we can't tag there. So McKenna flies out the left to Reckworth. That's 2 outs. That'll bring up Jake Lawson. Jake's had a good night. He's grounded out the first 2 times, but then single to right center, bunt single to third, and then a double along the left field line. He scored a run, knocked in 2. So we're down to our last out. 10-4. We're going to play Jake the Pool. That ball's way outside for ball 1. So we need 2 more guys on. If we get Tyrell up, that'd be the tying run. And then you never know what's going to happen at that point. Stretch, pitch, swung on and popped up. Shallow right, going out. The second baseman, Edrington, makes the play, and that's the end of the ball game. So Lawson pops out to second to end the game. Our final score is Miami-Hamilton 10, Mount St. Joe 4. In the ninth, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left. The final score, as I mentioned, 10-4. We'll be back to wrap it up in just a minute. And we're back to wrap things up here in Hamilton Ohio Foundation Field. Totals in the game for Miami-Hamilton, they had 10 runs, 14 hits, committed 1 error. Peer was the winning pitcher. For Mount St. Joe, 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Caulfield was the losing pitcher. He's now 3-1. Time of the game was 2 hours and 42 minutes. 125 people watched it. And just to wrap things up, as we talked about earlier, we kind of got a bonus game here. We thought Saturday was going to wrap it up, but we want to thank Andrew Weeks, Nate Hill for making this happen, our scorekeeper Patrick Murray, and of course all the people that helped throughout the year with the broadcast, Dave and Chris, and all the student workers, and for sure Blake Watson, our athletic director Melanie Wagner, and all the people involved. So this is Chuck Murray saying goodbye until next season. Again, the Lions play this coming weekend, probably Sunday with the weather, and hopefully they can go up and get a game or two to end the season on a bright note. But until the